K-Rock with Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews. I'm here with Modern Superstar. Guys, thank you so much. I know some folks, because you guys have been in so many bands, could you just give a quick, shout your name and what you play in the band for those that may not have seen you guys yet?
Jamie Fletcher, Modern Superstar. I'm the front man, play acoustic guitar.
Rich Green, drummer.
Tell us what you guys did before.
Was in Brittany Fox, Long Way Love, Girls School.
Bullet Boys, Smooth Up, Bang Tango, Ron Keel, and I'm not going to mention the other one because Jamie hates it. Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy.
I'm Mike Beck, I'm the bass player. Bill Carpenter, guitar player. I'm Lorenzo Vecchio, guitar player. Played in the Regulators in California.
Hear that resonate from your guys' bands that you've been in over the years. They might expect a certain thing, but I've been listening to the crap out of this album. It is a diverse album. Can you talk about the diversity of the kind of music that's on this thing?
Yeah. I'll take the first half and you can take the second half. I think one of the things was, I just talked about this in an interview not too long ago. One of the things we were kind of pigeonholed when we wanted to do the new album because number one, if we felt if we did the 80s thing, it would be living off the Bullet Boys and the Brittany Fox when we came many members after the original members. We were lucky to get to do it. Myself anyway, I consider myself lucky. So did we want to stay clear from that? Or when we found ourselves getting away from that, then we found all our true fans that had been fans with us over the years are going, oh, now you guys are trying to get away from the 80s stuff. It's like this big. It was like we were screwed if we didn't. So we just
double-edged sword.
Yeah.
We put some songs together, and I think our philosophy was, let's do what we want to do, no matter how it comes out, and whatever seems to hit, because we loved all the songs, that's what the next album's going to be. And
right.
Then we kind of got screwed because Devil's Playground went here, we got the VH1 thing, and then Blue went to Adult Contemporary and did well. Love Hate
went to
Country Music TV. So we're right back to square one, just doing whatever we want to do. So
that's pretty much it. When we did it, we had soundtrack, we had Adult Contemporary, we had radio, we had video. We were doing the Under My Skin. The Devil's Playground was the soundtrack for the Under My Skin video series from VH1, and then we had to put Hollywood Dirty in, which is a tribute back to the 80s rock and roll and the nastiness, and like I said, it's just a diverse thing. And like Rich said, we put the feelers out everywhere to find out where what was going to hit and what would and what wouldn't, and we had 4 different things hitting in the most obscure directions, so it's like, okay, I guess we're doing it right anyway, so. Soul searching in May when the record came out, and we went, how can we be going through so many people? Is this us? It can be us because we're all on the same page. So what we need to do is we need to find 2 people that's just as deluded and screwed up and messed up that has nothing to do with their life as we do. And dysfunctional.
We found them.
We find functionality in our dysfunctionality.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that this record is going to be as diverse, probably. I think that with what we're doing now, we're definitely going to go into a little bit heavier, harder direction, not necessarily 80s. More driving stuff, and I think that's pretty much where I think you're going to see most of our stuff. I mean, we got ballads and stuff all over this thing, and of course when we play them live, you'll see we're alive. I left Bullet to do this. Me and Jamie had talked about doing some stuff together. We had toured together
while we were in Europe.
Yeah, and let's get together. This is fun, man. We only live an hour from each other. Let's that we didn't realize, because I had just moved, and let's do a cover band. And we did that. 2 weeks of putting that cover band together. Bill Chavis called, and Bullet Boys, which I was still very much involved in, was now all of a sudden no longer on Chavis label.
Jam Sync Music.
And
so it's Jam Sync Music.
hey, you want a record deal? You know, and I'm like, yeah. So we went back and forth for about 3 days. I called these guys. I called Bill and Jamie. I said, hey, we got a record deal. We need to write some songs, go in the studio and record. And we were out touring on the SOS tour all 30 days.
Before the album was done, we were playing.
Before the album, yeah.
And
We were literally recording during the day, sleeping on the bus at night because we stopped in and had 4 days off of our tour, which at that time was about 95 days.
Yeah, I didn't get home for almost 4 months.
Yeah. So we did
His
it.
car didn't get home for 6.
Yeah. But you know, we did it, and we were happy with it. We were happy with it, and at that point, where we, you know, then the M3, you know, came up and presented itself.
Like this shirt right here with our name on the back.
Absolutely.
I told
You
her.
got headlining all over the place. So you had a pretty ambitious tour going on, and I couldn't remember. The tour's got a name. What's the name of it?
Redemption.
Does the Redemption Tour mean something? Does there
Redemption.
is there the message for folks? I mean, am I reading too much into it, or is it?
No, it kind of it does mean, it doesn't mean. You know, we figured out the last one. We were on the SOS tour. We were on you know, the Rockin' Ink tour, which we still do tour dates with Tony. We put the show together and have some of the Rock and Love girls come out. But the Redemption tour, we decided that that's what it was going to be, because after everything that we've been through and, you know, the opportunities we've had because of what we've done, and getting, you know, we've been browbeat down with some of it, and we you know, it's just like Bruce Lee, we keep standing up and we're coming back at
The
it.
lyrics are really cool on your album. I love the lyrics on Under My Skin because they're modern, as in Modern Superstar. And if you listen to Devil's Playground, if you don't really listen to that song, you won't really pick up that it's a modern song. You couldn't have wrote those lyrics back in the 80s.
The funny thing about that song is it wasn't even a song. We were in the studio recording, we were sleeping on the bus, and I had some things arise with some girls on the internet, and that's where the whole Devil's Playground. It was kind of one of it was kind of one of these, you know, one of those, and I just coined the phrase, you know, it's Devil's Playground, man. You know, you can't win, you try to, you know, it's good and bad. So I just,
My whole life's online.
we started writing it, and we set up in one of our friends' living rooms before we hit the studio at 9 a.m. the next day, and the song just came about. We literally wrote it. I came up with some words, as I normally do, about 1,000,001 lines, you know, because there's no rhyme to reason. I'm a drummer, so I'm just, oh yeah, this line fits with this one. Pass it off to Jamie. He put some stuff in it he wanted to put in, and it left the message that I wanted to get across. You know, kind of like, you know, this is my space, not your space. This is.
I love that lyric.
Yeah, my face.
This is, you know, my book that bears my face, not your face, type of thing. And
Play on all the words.
And,
You know, our whole life's online. We'll give you our password.
yeah, because we've all been through that, and no matter whether you're into rock and roll, you're into heavy metal, or you're a preacher, or you guys, it doesn't matter what you do. Everybody has had that whole double-edged sword of the internet. Absolutely. I mean, bar none. We just all have been burnt by it. But yet, it's such a tool now that you just, you know, if we decided Modern Superstar is going to shut everything down and not have anything to do with Facebook and MySpace and just the internet in general, we would be going nowhere.
That didn't lead to
right.
Texting You Goodbye, did it? Because that's another one of their tunes, Texting You Goodbye. Did one have anything to do with the other?
Yeah, well, as we said, that song, Devil's Playground, we wrote in a living room, sitting in recliners, just putting together. The Text You Goodbye was, our guitar player at the time was laying down tracks in the studio. We were like, well, we need some more songs. We go into the other room in the studio, and we've got a lick, you know, the Text You Goodbye lick, and it was like, well, that's cool. Bam, 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 bam. It's like, okay, this is modern. I think we were in the middle of some shit, one, two, or more of us, about you know, we've been on the road for so long.
We
and
had
stuff.
the lyrics. We had the lyrics. As we were driving to Texas, our
Right.
18-hour drive, I had me and Jamie had sit back and come up with all the lyrics and the concept of what the song was going to be. And it has nothing really to do with the internet. I mean, it has to do with us. Like we're leaving home and more about our daughters and stuff at that time. We have
Pretty
some
much,
daughters
yes, exactly.
and Bill for that matter too.
The more we meet bands that have a connection to the 80s that play over in Europe, we were talking about that a little while ago. Tell us what it's like to play in Europe now, because a couple of folks have told us that like 80s music is still huge over there.
It is so huge.
We were there together in 2008. I was playing in Bullet, and he was in Brittany, and we were out with
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Pretty Boy Floyd supporting, and it's crazy.
We go over, and a lot of the places over there are all age clubs, and you'll roll in, zebra spandex, big hair, Aquanet from hell, the bandanas, the whole absolute 80s.
Guys with makeup.
Yeah, the whole absolute 80s thing. And
We know a few of them.
Everybody dressed like that. Everybody had a good time.
I got this.
Hey.
That was like eek.
And the thing about it was, when we were in Europe, we played London, Sheffield, Nottingham. We played in Zurich, Switzerland, Copenhagen, Denmark. We played in
About 30 days over there.
Oslo, Norway. And we'd be over in places where they didn't speak English very well. They speak broken English, but by God, they would sing every song that we played. You know what I mean? And loved it.
And I grew up in Italy, and like all my life, all my friends wearing like Black Sabbath and Zeppelin shirts, and all they do is they get their money and they want to go see a show and they want to go see music, and they live and breathe and eat metal. I mean, the metal fests out there are just huge.
Oh yeah,
It's crazy. It's like we talk.
The website www.modernsuperstar.com, correct? And that's where we can find the stuff. And you guys do have an EP coming out later this year?
We're going to have an EP coming out, probably will drop in December. We're going to have a new single that's going to drop. We're supposed to start shooting video for that tomorrow. So more on that as the powers that be let us release it. But definitely 6-7 song EP in December that will be done, mastered, and we'll do that again in between. Touring. None of us really live really close together, so this touring time for us is kind of a writing time and stuff too, where we're all together. And that's when our best stuff happens. Is after the show, hotel room, or going down the road 80 mile an hour. But definitely that. We have some other things in the works coming up and stuff as well.
To tell them.
Yeah.
Until that stuff comes out, get on to modernsuperstar.com. Wait for the EP to come out. Even better yet, go see him at a live show, which is what we're about to go do. We've seen him before. We were proud to say we caught a CD, and we've been listening to it for over a year now. Looking
Awesome.
forward
Thank
to the
you.
new stuff coming out.
Absolutely.
So definitely go see these guys live. This is K-Rock from Mid-Atlantic Rock Reviews with Modern Superstar.
Rock
Thanks,
on.
guys.
Thank you.
Rock on.
Now, the main thing, as awesome as those bands are, we want to talk about Under My Skin a little bit. And of course, a motorcycle fires up right as
Of course, Under My Skin. Goes right along with it.
We'll wait till that motorcycle goes away.
Yes,
That's
we
a nice
all-
outtake.
Most of us
Yeah.
have this.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Let me
yeah,
get
not
another one.
all, because we got some new guys, but most.
But with all my stuff, I have room.
Yes.
Room.
Coming soon to an art near you.